Hey, what's up, soccer? What happened? I'm not sure, Michael. I think it like probably just lagged out or something. It happens. It'll happen from time to time. Sorry about that. It's just how life is sometimes. It's unpredictable. We gotta watch out for the storm and also connections, the great internet connections of the world. How are you doing, soccer? You doing all right? Put this here. Yeah, I decided just to come into the game, first game. I kind of looked at the shot, but not that much. You're doing great, nice. That's awesome. Your day's been all right. You have you been playing any games today? I wanted to maybe jump into Rocket League tonight, later on sometime, hopefully. Oh, you've been working on the remix? Nice. How's that going? On the new laptop? Oh, let's see how this landing is. Might be a little close. Yeah, that's awesome. Remixing things and all and stuff like that, it's always fun. I think it's always cool to dive into that. Yeah, we gotta play Rocket League sometime. That's another one that I want to set up something where we can maybe do that. A lot of the times I'll play like just different games, like I'll come in last minute, play them on my own and stuff, but it's cool playing with people. I played a little bit of it yesterday, and yeah, it was pretty fun. I kind of feel like I'm getting the hang of it here and there. As far as shooting goes, I want to get better at shooting. Meet that gun. Did we get it? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Yeah, we do have mats. If they want to go that way, I'm kind of down because I don't know how I feel about my health. We'll probably see him. It's the same person. Oh, there's a chest here. Yes. Wait, no, did you get it? I shot him a little bit, like earlier, and I was like, are they healing? I only shot them a little bit. But I can't blame them. I like to be at full health, too, as much as I can. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know how much I'm going to play. I mean, I'll probably play a lot more often, a few solo games, and then I'll look into that. Or we can set it up. Someone else just ziplined, right? Yeah. That feeling, dude, when you're healing. You can sense that you're being rushed. Good game. How are we on mats? The guy who was mentoring me had a few songs on the top 100 billboards. Nice. Is that the one that's at the Guitar Center? That's pretty cool that they do that. I gotta look into that. I just want to like know more about it. I used to like going into there and like seeing like the different studio stuff, the monitors, and like the little area where they like sell a lot of the studio equipment and things like that. And it's always fun too, because there's like usually a lot of like different types of things that you'll discover and so on. There's this other local shop that's kind of like Guitar Center. That's where I remember getting a lot of stuff in the beginning. And it was the monitors that I've had, because I know you said you were looking for monitors, right? That's where I have, the ones I have, I think they're JBL. The JBL brand. And yeah, I've had them for a few years. You might like those. JBL 305, I believe is the monitor. And it's pretty cool. Like those have really helped a lot. And they not only that, but like they even have a decent amount of bass response where you can kind of, it comes in handy when it comes to like mixing and things like that. Do you own the music YouTube channel? Yeah. The one that's like also featured on here, you mean? Coast Campus one? I have one, like, I think there's two, right? Coast Campus one and then like a Molecular Cloud Studios one. Yeah, that Coast Campus one is where I'll do a lot of music stuff. Like if you're ever interested, I'm curious to see like what I'm up to when it comes to music, yeah, that's usually where I'm always uploading. So if you want to get a good idea of like different mixes I do and types of songs and stuff like that, yeah, that'd be a good spot. Because that project, I've had it on and off. Well, not on and off. It's been pretty like straightforward since high school. But the past few years, it's been a more like recording different types of music and then performing here and there. You're really good at singing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, singing's interesting because I started playing guitar like at a really, really young age. And I would write these songs, right? Like I would write, you're probably like familiar with this. Like I would write these songs and in hopes that like maybe one day I'd join like a band or something. So I would write these songs so that later on I could show them to whoever the singer would be. But then it became one of those things where it'd be like, well, why don't you just sing the songs? You know, like they would tell me. And in my head I'd be like, well, no, like I used to like singing songs when I was like a child, you know, like that I would hear on the radio and things like that. I didn't have like singing lessons or anything within that matter. But it was, yeah, it was something that I enjoyed, and it just kind of turned into that, writing songs and things like that. So, and when people ask me like what type of music is it, I'll usually say like it's rock because that's more or less what the foundation was. But a lot of the times it's very fluid, which is one of the reasons why I've been fortunate enough to play like at different types of venues. From like coffee shops and rock clubs and festivals and things like that. Because, yeah, like let's say they needed a band for, I don't know, a coffee shop or a festival. The type of music was so versatile that it fit into that. And then if it needed to be something for like a club that was going to be open late at night, you know, we had music that fit that as well, so it was cool. You know, it helped. It has helped. But yeah, that's a good spot to check out music and stuff. And then that other studio channel is a lot of like I need to update it because there's a lot more videos that are kind of just archived. You'll see like more videos of different projects that I've worked on. It's a studio is like a thing that I started. You might actually really like that. And then there's another one, like a branch of it called Molecular Cloud Music. Because that one's like all about music and mixing and things like that. I mean, that's what it's going to be. And you'll see like all the different types of artists that I record that come into the studio, you know, from all types of places, you know, around the world. They'll come in, they'll record their music, tell their stories. They'll do like music sessions where they'll talk about like how they started and how they started writing music. And yeah, you might even discover some new music and stuff like that. And I'll just go more into like the process and things like that. So that'd be a cool place to hang out as well. And then here, this channel's funny because eating Takis while remixing while watching Amber. That sounds like a really nice evening. I kind of want Takis now too, dude. Like, I should go try to get a bag or something. Yeah, this channel's funny because this was the first channel I had like since high school. Like, I'm talking about like when YouTube was like barely like kind of starting. Like, I want to say, you could post a video and you would for sure get like, I mean, ideally, right? Not for sure, but you would get like a good amount of traction to it and things like that. Because I don't think there was a lot of people on YouTube at that point. Like, it was just kind of there, starting out, and I would just put random stuff up here, right? Like whatever kind of came to mind. Like vlogs, before vlogs were even like really a big thing, you know, but just documenting things. Vacations. At one point, it was just a place for me to like lay down my film projects in college, just a place to put them. And then I was like, you know what, like, should I do something separate for video game stuff and all that? And I was like, no, let me go back to like the roots of it all and to the channel that always felt like more personal, aside from like the music one and stuff. Because there are like some, like from 2008, there are like video game clips and stuff of me just recording like the TV with my phone or something. And I was like, yeah, let me just get personal with it again and just have it to be a place just to hang out like this, talk, get to know you guys, and see what else I'm up to when I'm not doing anything within music or within the studio. So it's pretty versatile. Like, there'll be all sorts of stuff. No rules. I didn't know you were familiar with music. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, music is a big part of my life. It always has been since I was little. Like, performing in and out of different things, and songwriting and things like that. Yeah, I love all types of music too. Like, I say that my favorite has always been rock, but in reality, like, I like a lot of stuff, dude. It's what helps me. It's what has helped me when it comes to producing music for different artists, you know, because I always tell them, yeah, like, don't be nervous. Like, it's cool when they come in to record, right? I'm like, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, I approach it from a musician's point of view rather than just like a straight up music producer, music engineer type of guy. Like, just, I try to put myself in their position because I've been in that position. I understand why you get like one viewer. You really deserve a lot. Thank you. Well, yeah. When it comes to these streams, like, well, for a while, you know, it was like one of those things where I would just do a lot of videos. You know what it was like, especially with this game, when everything was shutting down with like the whole pandemic and stuff going on. Like, I found myself playing more. And then also, I just like doing the videos because I like music, media, and video. I have like a film background, movies and stuff like that. So of course, like, it makes sense that I would naturally gravitate towards making videos like with games and stuff, right? Because I like playing video games. So like, to me, it made sense in my head. But it was just more of just like something to do for fun. I mean, it should always be fun, right? But yeah, now I do want to spend more time with it as well, you know. So like, when it came to just doing actual streams, yeah, I want to do more of that, like this. So yeah, I mean, you're here now, so that's awesome. Let's see who else comes on by throughout the next few days, months, years. You know, who knows what's gonna happen. One day at a time. But no, yeah, I it's cool. Whether it's one person in here or a million, you know, I'm happy. Sometimes I'll just talk. I talk to myself as it is anyway, like in my regular day-to-day life, so I can do the same here too as well. And it's cool because it ends up being like a video anyway, right? That people can watch later. That's what's cool. If they miss it, they can always see it later. And we can get some highlights footage out of it, which is fun for me. Like, I love video editing. Where can I send you the first part of my remix? Oh, one of my emails. I guess, you know what? I have several emails. I have one for the studio. I have a Gmail one that might be even more easier to get stuff. To make it easy, try just ambimpour@gmail.com. since it's just the same as this channel name, yeah, let's do that. And if I ever need to redirect it somewhere, I can do that. I'm always telling people to yeah, if they have music, to send it to me, because since I'm always involved with a lot of projects, like film projects, video game projects, like game development, even like videos like this, like I'm always looking for music for the highlight videos. Yeah, I tell people, like, if you have a song, and you don't have any restrictions on it or anything like that, and you want to just kind of share it around, heck yeah, dude, I'll put it in a video or a project. Who knows, maybe it'll be like in a film or something. Sometimes I work with a lot of like people that are strictly in charge of finding the music for films and shows and stuff like that. And yeah, if it fits for that, yeah, I'll definitely pass it by. Since I told you I like future bass, I want to show you what I really mean. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm interested to see that. Listen to that. Yeah, it sounded cool when you told me that, because I was like, there's something about bass in general that I liked, and how versatile it is. Oh, dude, I feel like I'm about to get blasted. They see me? Ooh, I got some shots in. They probably... Ooh, how'd that hit? Good shot. Oh, this is like my person that's hunting me, I think. What if we just team up on them and like fight the third party? They saw me. I kind of want the third party to rush, so it gives me time to figure out. Yeah, they're doing just that. Let's read this. Okay, they're up there and they're blasting them. The storm's coming, so this is a pretty bad situation already. And we're low on mats. Dude, I should knock all this, right? And then someone's driving up. I wonder if we can get a ride with them. You know what? There's the guy we were fighting earlier. We're just gonna have to make a play, dude. We have mats to get by. And we have splashes. Maybe they can't see us. Oh, please tell me they have a launch pad. Oh, car. Let's go. Trying to learn how to make future bass chords. Getting famous at 12 would be cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can play things out. If you have that ambition to really like get your music out there and stuff like that, yeah, no, I get it. I've been like that too. I mean, I used to just love to create in general, right? Write songs and record and stuff like that. It's the same way it is right now. And I don't think it ever really leaves you when you have that much passion for it. I can't believe we got out of that. You know, if you feel that passion strongly right now, chances are you'll feel it when you get older. And the cool thing about it is that now there's so much that you can use to your advantage. You know, that's there for you. All these social media platforms that really help. Because I know, like, it was like that with, like, I don't know, the generation before mine. You know, it was like, if you were a band or an artist, you had to actually go perform at places to get heard. And it was the same, you know, you needed like radio airplay to like get the song heard, stuff like that. Oh, they're up there. Okay, but now, you know, you don't really need a record label. You don't need the radio to get listened to. You have a lot of stuff where you can find your audience. Shoot off. Where they at, dude? mats, no mats. Ooh, we wasted a splash. Okay, let's be patient with it. They're gonna leave right now. Big deal. Oh, what? That's good for us though. Spray? Can we do it? No, yeah. That was a cool fight though. That was fun. I thought we were dead. I thought that was gonna be it. We're already up from here. I really want to be known as. Oh, okay. You have a name. Get a hold of it for now. I want to be known as a lizard. Oh, nice. I like that. It's stronger than it's ever been, even though it's going fully. That's awesome. Yeah, it's always cool when you have the support of your parents. It really is. Like, I know how that feels too. It's been like that for me too. And yeah, it goes a long way. Definitely use that as much as you can. You know, like in the sense of, you know, not taking it for granted and stuff. Because sometimes it varies from person to person with the amount of support they have. But you know, as long as you believe in yourself and stuff, you're set. You'll be all right. And if you're always writing and just always creating stuff, that's the biggest thing too, man. It's like when things slow down, because they will slow down like every now and then. You know, maybe like what happened when this happened with the whole like pandemic and stuff. It affected a lot of like local artists, or not even just local artists, people from everywhere. They couldn't like perform anywhere, you know, for a while. But as long as you still have, you know, things to do, like still record and perform, do live streams at the house, do different things in different ways that you can get out the music, yeah, you'll be all right. But there's a lot of things that you can use now. That's the cool thing about it. Playing with Junior later down. I might be able to, Michael. That sounds good. Yeah, if y'all play, definitely have some fun, man. I'll definitely try to join in. I might be playing a good amount tonight. It's still pretty early, I suppose. Based on the unpredictable schedule that I'm on. It's tied 7-7. They have the game playing in the background. Oh, with a Y. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know. If you have music, dude, that you ever want to send over, yeah, feel free to send whatever you want. Don't even feel like you're oversending or anything like that. Because I'm telling you, I love diving into new music. I like discovering new things musically, and it's crazy. Like one of the coolest things I like to do, like with friends and just people, especially if you just meet them for the first time, is like send music to each other. Like send them music and then they send you their favorite songs. It's also how you really get to know a person too, I think. To an extent, you know, like you can kind of get a good sense of of the things they like when it comes to music, and yeah, I mean that's how I've found some of my favorite songs that I've had on repeat for quite some time. This was a strange landing, but we're gonna play it out. We're gonna see how we go. Let's just chill and do our rotation. Yeah, feel free to send as much as you want over. What else? What other platforms are out there? SoundCloud's pretty cool. I don't keep up with it too much, but I have experimented with it, and I know there's other sites like it, platforms and stuff. But and then I mean, having a website can go a long way too, depending on what you're doing. Yeah, and if you ever have questions about like any of that stuff, yeah, feel free to ask me too, because I know I work with a lot of musicians often when it comes to like them recording and doing music videos and things like that, and sometimes, yeah, sometimes they won't know where to start, like when it comes to self promotion or marketing, or like kind of just getting themselves out there or playing shows, you know, things like that. So I have nothing but just really suggestions, what has worked and what hasn't been as effective, mistakes I've made that I can help you avoid. Michael, yeah, I've been trying to learn how to play bass for a couple months now. No way, dude. That's awesome. Bass is really cool. That's what I was going to talk about. Thanks. Yeah, I just love how versatile like bass is in general. But if you're trying to learn, that's really cool, man. Sometimes a lot of bands and stuff are always looking for bass players. Trust me, like I've been in that position where I'm looking for someone to like play bass on something. Whether it's for a show or a lot of the songs I've been doing lately, I've been playing bass on them. It was this bass I found a few years ago that had just been coming really handy. And I haven't changed the strings on it or nothing. It's just the way I found it. And I may be shit though soon. I don't know. It kind of does have a nice sound to it. But yeah, a lot of the recordings I would just play like a bass line or just kind of improvise over whatever I lay down. But yeah, coming from a guitar background and seeing like how versatile that is, I can say that yeah, if you have the ambition to play bass, you'll definitely find quite a number of gigs to play. Especially with how versatile it is. There's one plugin, Soccer, that you might like. I think it's part of Cubase though. I don't know if it's like it comes with Cubase. I don't think it's a third-party plugin because I remember it did come with Cubase when I got it. I think it's owned by them, but I believe it's called Quadro Fuzz. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's what I use a lot for like a lot of like the bass tones. You can choose like different presets, or you can add like a tube distortion or like a type of tape saturation to the bass. Yeah, I guess if you hear some of the newer Close Campus songs, you'll hear it. Like just listen for the bass on Puzzle Piece, the new song, or Become One, and you'll see what I mean. Like if you listen to the bass, it sounds very like grunge like, and I like that. Like I've just been really into that lately when it comes to the bass tone. Because even just a bass like on its own sounds cool, right? Like with none of those effects. But yeah, because I know Cubase has this thing where it's like like an amp rack. So they have one for guitar and for bass, and you basically have like all these digital amplifiers and microphone setups and presets right there built in. And you can even customize them too, like with different cabs and different mics, and get different tones out of them like that. I always like to when I'm recording like a bass or, well, lately it's been direct, but whenever I'm recording a bass or a guitar, I like to mic up the amp. Like that's the way I like to do it traditionally. But yeah, sometimes when it's just for something quick or whatever, yeah, I'll just go in direct and I'll use that amp rack thing. The Voxengo, have you ever used Voxengo or heard of it? You might like that too. I found out about that through Cubase. And I was hooked on those plugins. Like, I have like a few of them that I use for even for editing, like video editing and audio work. I'll use them there, but of course for music as well. Yeah, check out Voxengo. You might like it. They have like free ones too that you can try out, and then even like free trial versions of like the other ones that they sell. But they're certainly not needed, of course. But you'll find yourself like liking them. Maybe you'll find yourself liking them, and then you'll like to have. The first one I got was the EQ one. I think it's called Gliss EQ. The one I do use for sure on every production is Elephant. That one's used as a limiter during like the mastering phase. I wonder if I can type it in. There it is. Yeah, if you search that, Voxengo plugins or something, you'll see that. They have different ones. The one that's free and that I do use a lot, that I've used even in some of the recent songs, is their reverb plugin that they have. They have one, I think it's called like free reverb. It's literally called like free reverb or something. I think it has that like in the name, something like that. And that one's cool. You can install it. You can probably use it with like FL Studio or Pro Tools or anything like that. I use reverb on almost everything and an EQ. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It makes a huge difference. That was one of the things that was, believe it or not, for as long as I had been recording, I was still, and I still am. Like, it's always a learning process. That's the cool thing about it. But when it came to EQ and how to do it like a certain way, or a way that helped, yeah, that was a learning process as well. One of the biggest mistakes that I used to make, and maybe this will help too, is like always trying to make an instrument sound good like on its own. Like I would, so let's say I was EQing the guitar, right? I was doing that. Hey, what's up, Sky? Sky, this boy, what's going on? You doing all right? Let's say I was trying to make the guitar sound good on its own. And I would, right? Like, it would sound killer on its own, but then when I throw it back in the mix, like with the other instruments, it just doesn't sound like the same. And when I picked up this book at like a Guitar Center or something, I was telling you, it was like a mixing engineer's handbook or something it was called. Yeah, you're doing all right? That's awesome. Good to hear, good to hear. In that book, it said like, yeah, dude, like you never want to, well, I mean, sometimes you will, right? Like, it helps to solo out the instruments and EQ them and make them sound a certain way. But a lot of the times, like the book flat out said, this like it doesn't matter how it sounds on its own, the instrument. Like, it needs to sound good like with the other instruments together. You know that you want to EQ, like if you're working on EQing the bass or the guitar, work on that EQ as you're hearing those other instruments as well. So especially when it comes to like, I always feel bad when I destroy the bears. Especially when it comes to destroying. Especially when it comes down to like finding a good balance with the bass guitar and the regular guitar, the electric guitar, is making sure it doesn't sound too muddy and that low end is nice and balanced. So yeah, even using like a low pass filter or a high pass filter in areas where you need to helps. Cutting out the lower frequencies of the guitar will help that bass come through, like just things like that. But yeah, being able to juggle all those instruments together, it really helps. When you, especially with EQ, because EQ goes a long way. About this, yeah, send it over. Sky, this boy, we're just talking about music and stuff, just in case you're wondering, like, what are these guys talking about? And I got really technical with it. What type of music do you like, Sky? I don't know if I should go inside this box. Oh, we have mats, kind of. That's one thing I'm always worried about. Still call me Sucker? Okay, I'll call you. Yeah, I see that. I see that you changed your name right here on the spot. That's awesome. Or are you straight up on another account? Oh, I know how they feel. Getting third party. There's a lot of action here. Look, he's going to go third party there, and then I'm going to third party him third partying. And by the time you know, it's just going to be one huge rumble here. And then someone's coming, right? I think this way. I should just get in that, right? Might as well. There's a party over there. Ooh. Well, they're going way up there. I don't know if I have the mats or not.